Hey, what's up guys, Lindsay here. I got Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Let me just say, the first issue got like 20 whole views, so yes, I am an overnight success, and yes, it wasn't overnight, but I'm probably going to do this whole series, so if that does anything for you. Got another cover, pretty similar to the first cover, but, you know, showing Bebop, Rocksteady, Splinter. It reminds me of movie posters by Drew Struzan, which you may not know the name Drew Struzan, but I guarantee you've seen some of his movie posters. Okay, so we start off. We got Ra's al Ghul. He's just waiting on the Batman. He's just sipping on tea, waiting for the Batman to show up. And yeah, of course he shows up. And he wants to know why Ra's hasn't left Gotham, and he doesn't want to miss the show. Which, you know, I don't want to miss the show either. That's why I bought it. So they're looking for components to build a portal, basically, so they can get to New York City. Ra's has one. Then we meet up with Donatello and Damien, and of course Damien's given a little bit of shit because he is the worst turtle. Even though Donatello sort of tries to speak up for himself, and it's like, Damien makes this sound a couple times throughout this comic, and I think in the first issue as well. I don't know if that's a character trait he has, but just like tisking, like he's a snake or something. They're driving down this tunnel, got this big rig right here, and it's got our boy Mr. Freeze. I love Mr. Freeze. I think he's like one of Batman's coolest villains, and sometimes he's not portrayed that way. But they're chasing him down. They're chasing him down. Of course, Donatello did try to warn Damien that it's a little slippery. You can't do regular motorcycles on slippery. Now look in this panel. You see that Donatello sort of got like some batarang mask going on here, trying to feel like somebody, but you're not. You're not somebody. Mr. Freeze wants to seal the tunnel in their fates. Get it, girl. Donatello asks Damien, just hand him the parts he needs. He's been cobbling together gadgets out of junk since I was even smaller than you. And that just reminds me that the turtles live in a sewer. This is like stuff that people have flushed down the toilet. Now, this is where I thought it was going to get really cool, because the majority of turtles are cold-blooded. I did look it up. There's some warm-blooded, but you know what? There are also warm-blooded sharks, and that's not a thing that most people know. But I'm just going to blanket and say the majority of turtles are cold-blooded. And I was like, we got a cold-blooded themed villain? This could be good. This could be something. So they start throwing batarangs at him, and he's like, what's this? Dude, if you're dealing with any kind of bad person, you're going to be dealing with some batarangs. Impossible. No, dude. It's like a prerequisite. If you are battling a bad person and you don't see a batarang, something's wrong. Or the batarang factory is closed for the holidays. But then we see again. Then we see Donatello with his fake Batman wanna feel important mask, and Damien. There's no escaping the Bat Sled. Now I gotta feel like any other name would have been any kind of better, like Bat Toboggan, Bat Sled. No, not that's what they use. There's not a lot of names, but I do like this sort of detail, not detail, whatever you want, in the drawing of what Donatello did. He basically pieced together the motorcycles to form the Bat Sled. And you can see the front forks or the steering stem of the motorcycle there. But we got to come up with a better name for it. Bat Sled is not cool. I don't even know what you call it. It's not a hovercraft. It's just exists there. And then Mr. Free. Oh dear. Oh jeez. They stop him. They get the component for the portal. Donatello, of course, just ruins everything. he talks about how, you know, Dr. Freeze, I just have to say, using diamonds to power a suit that both cools you down and shoots through. It really is a work of genius. You know, that's right. Also, I love this. This is a little bit of something there. Damien's like, dude, the fuck, we don't do that. Well, you should. Your bad guys are really cool. No pun. You meant it. You meant that pun. You can't even tell me, dude. You can't even tell me. Alright, so I'm going to skip these pages. Basically, Batgirl and Lucius made a portal to New York City to see what Bane has been up to this whole time. It's only been a week. Oh, yeah, and they're going to have... The portal is going to reopen every 24 hours. So they have to basically try to solve this in 24 hours, but if not, just every increment of 24 hours, which seems like a lot of time in comics. So, of course, the city is on fire. That's the easiest way to demonstrate that a city is not doing well, is just fire. So we see that Bane's been doing a lot of stuff in Bebop and Rocksteady. That's like, I should definitely know which one is which from cartoons and stuff, but that's gonna take some doing on my part. They basically sent a ton of guys to go take care of Bane. This guy comes back and he says it's already over. They just watch hundreds of them. The entire Foot reunited, because that's what happened in the first issue, was the Foot Clan was dividing itself into other factions. They didn't lift a hand to help him. He wanted to break our man. We sent like 60 dudes on that raid. You're lying. No one person could take on that many foot soldiers, not even Shredder. And then, that's crazy. If I was looking at this panel though, and I was like, look, how much alcohol does it take for a rhino and a warthog to get drunk? Because these sort of look like mini bar bottles. Because their hands are so large. They got so many. And then we have, look, the telltale cool sign of being a cool guy. But you know what this pool table is also? It's the telltale sign of a guy trying to appear to be cool. So you gotta watch out when you find a guy with a pool table. He's either cool or he's trying real hard to appear cool. So just, you know what, just like, be aware. Be aware when you see a pool table and mini bar bottles. So they don't think that this guy was basically allowed to come back to let Bebop and Rocksteady know that Bane is for real. He's better than, he's stronger than, he's better at getting the Foot Clan back together. And then I love this part right here where Bebop just says that he needs glasses because they don't think that that's what he really saw. And it's just funny that anyone wearing like stunner shades would tell anyone else that they would need glasses. So of course they gear up. I don't even know if anthropomorphic warthogs or rhinos need weaponry, but Rocksteady, he's got a sledgehammer, which, okay, sledgehammers are kind of losing their coolness because it's just CrossFit people like hitting large tires with sledgehammers, you know. But sledgehammers can be cool, mostly due to the song. So, you know what, crack a few heads at that, I'll get on board. Bebop keeps rocking the chainsaw. I've been watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead, so I'm all about the chainsaw train. But these, I don't know if these weapons are really complementary, because like, what do you mash them up and then you cut them up, or you cut them up and then you mash the bits so they're easier to consume? Do these guys eat people? I'm pretty sure that they don't, but I mean, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they do it? Also, yeah, Bebop, you forgot to dye your other sideburn there. It's cool, it's cool. You know what? A lot of stuff's going on. A lot of stuff's going on right now. It was dyed here. Something happened. You got so scared that your real hair came out. So they come out of their lair. They're getting ready to. We're going to boom this huge like, is it just one? If it's, I always refer to splash pages as a double. Nah, yeah, splash page is one, double page spread is a double page spread, And so, kneel, what you mean to say is you are going to kneel. And then got all this. We got this, the bad baddie of the first. I like how he included Bebop and Rocksteady from their perspective here, you know, pull out, see them. And you see a guy, no, look. This guy. Even if none of these ninjas are for real ninjas, like, if these guys are just wearing ninja costumes, that's still a lot of guys. There's still a lot of guys that he got together. You can even see him in the distance. This panel is great. You can see that the city is on fire back there. Yeah, like, if none of these guys are ninjas, I mean, this guy is obviously, he's a ninja, like, he's the ninja for ninjas. So even if none of these guys are real ninjas, they're going to be able to take down a rhino and a warthog. So, of course, they do the math, they realize the numbers are not on their side, they kneel, like, what are you going to do? Like, I want to say me in that situation, I'll never kneel, never going to happen, but, like, that's so many guys, and then their main guy is huge, so I can't, you know, I just hope they're playing a long game with this, but I don't know, they're kind of stupid, because he gets Stun of Shades, and who's doing the piercings job on a warthog, whatever, guys. So, we see, I'm going to skip another page, we see the turtles have been getting just mercilessly beat by everybody. Batman and company show up, Donatello looking like, this ain't gonna be good for me, because this is kind of my fault. I got my hand up, so like, whoa. Don't be too happy to see me. Raphael finds out that they let him know that Donatello is the one who accidentally opened the portal. Donatello, I don't know why his thing is more, his headband is more jagged, but kind of looks cool in this panel. And then this panel of Donatello just being like, ooh. Wait, do the turtles have fingernails? What? I'm finding out so much about the turtles. And then Splinter, of course, bringing the words of wisdom. Raphael, I'm certain your brother feels terrible enough without your help. And you know what? Yeah. Oy vey. Oh, gee. Also, Splinter, you forgot to pop those pupils in, babe. I need my rats to have pupils so I can look at them. So, yeah. So, Casey and April, they've been doing some recon. Getting some good pictures of Bane, which, you know, Bane, they say something like, Bane does not do subtle. It's very easy to get photographs of him. They see that the venom on the back of his... venom on his back is running low, and everybody knows if Bane doesn't have his venom, that's where he gets his strength. That's the whole thing that is intimidating about it. I wonder though, if he didn't have the venom, would he drastically shrink in size? Because I've seen that done, but this is a lot of muscle mass, so I feel like he should be feared. If he remains that same size, even without the venom, you gotta keep your eye on that dude. So Bebop and Rocksteady, they steal a person, kidnap a scientist who's going to help him manufacture more venom, and this is his first of, like, apparently he's a disgrace. He's like, disgrace is a strong word. Oh, jeez. Look at him in this panel, and then look at him in this panel. It almost looks like a different guy. Like, his hairline is, even with your face scrunched up, it's like an inch away, and then it's like a good haircut back here. It's like, whoa, this is a huge monster in front of my face, but he needs my help to manufacture this venom. So I'm gonna get my black guy thinking face on, see how I can help this guy out. Which, how much are you planning? He wants to know how much you plan to use. We'll start with all of Manhattan. What's the end game there? If you make everybody a Bane, doesn't that negate, like, the awesomeness of being Bane, the amount of strength and stuff? Because, like, we've all seen that South Park episode. What's worse than one Bane? Like 20 Banes. It's gonna be a complete power struggle. I don't know. Like, not a lot happened in this comic. We had Mr. Freeze. I thought it was gonna be a cold-blooded thing, but, you know, they took care of him quickly with the Bat Sled. We find out that Bebop and Rocksteady are gonna be minions of Bane, maybe. I'm hoping they fight back a little bit, because look. This guy needs to be... This guy... Damn glare. This guy needs to be taken down. I swear to God, every time they draw him in a panel, he gets even bigger. Definitely checking out the next one. Seems like this issue was just setting some stuff up. You know. So, it's okay. It's just okay.